I've just returned from an extraordinary encounter with Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. It was her first Australian interview in 8 years, so I was looking forward to our meeting. But as I soon discovered, the Duchess has two very different sides. First, I met Sarah, the charming knockabout ex-royal, open and brutally honest about her failings. And then there's Bad Fergie, her description, not mine, who makes bad judgments and lands herself in scandal time after time. We'd agreed none of that was off limits in our interview, but I clearly hit a raw nerve, and that's when the trouble began.
But don't try and trick me now, because I'm not going to play this game. Delete that bit. John, can you just delete it, please, that bit? Because I don't want to go down this...
Duchess, I'm asking very fair questions of you.
No, it's too tabloidy.
Sarah Ferguson at war with me, but also with herself.
I'm going to take 5 minutes.
Sorry?
No, nothing. I'm just going to take 5 minutes.
Fed up 1 minute.
Any fish in here?
Brash, charming, and funny the next.
Hi. Nice car.
Mom, why didn't you give me your figure, you rat? Delete that bit. We're going home. That's home.
Here comes your friend with the Duchess. It began as a glorious English spring day. An invitation to meet my first royal on a private estate outside London. Duchess, hello.
Hello. Hi, Michael.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Very good to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
You're looking very regal up there.
Am I? That's very nice of you.
Are you feeling regal up there?
I'm just Sarah up here.
She hasn't been just Sarah since she married Prince Andrew in 1986.
To love, cherish, and to obey.
And for richer, or for poorer, became the Duchess of York. I mean, you were the breath of fresh air into this royal family. How do you reflect on your wedding day?
Oh, it was the best day of my life, apart from having my girls. And I had a lovely dress. It's a great dress. And it was certainly a long kiss on the balcony. That was a good long one.
So we're in charge, all right, Michael?
We are.
Of our horses.
That 23-year-old royal bride is now 51, battling 2 decades of bad press and a public perception that she may be older, but no wiser.
Watch out, Busby. Alfie, hold.
Alfie, we're going to stop here.
Okay.
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you feel sometimes you can trust horses more than people?
Always when I go through troubles, I go back to where I'm safe, which is with the horse, no matter where. And so when I'm with my horse and my horse does well for me, then I know that deep down I'm okay. So many people can write horrible things, and every day somebody writes absolutely diabolical things about me, but I know that's not me.
And there's no doubt diabolical things have been written about her. Have you always been the victim of untruths, or have you made mistakes? Have you put yourself in a position where errors have been made?
I've made thunderous mistakes. So, yes, I've got better judgment at 51 now because of my appallingly bad judgment. And there's nothing, my mistakes have been put on the public stage. Other people's mistakes aren't. And there are many things that are good, but good news doesn't sell papers. And Bad Fergie sells.
Another beautiful spot here, this bridge.
Isn't it great? I'm having to be a bit careful, Michael.
You're in your heels.
Because I'm in my heels.
You're right.
Which vanity prevails, but it's kind of difficult to walk on with these high heels on.
You're doing very well. Bad Fergie was at her self-destructive worst on May 19 last year.
But you will be his friend. I will listen to the friendship talk between you two.
When she was caught in a sting by the now-defunct British tabloid News of the World.
£500,000 when you can, to me. Open doors.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
A fake businessman offers £500,000 to save her from bankruptcy.
Can't work anywhere, because he's Prince of England.
She agrees to give him access to Prince Andrew.
But he beats the most amazing people, and he just throws them away.
I think not only did I betray myself, because I believed him, and I didn't follow my instinct. I think that's the most difficult thing to live with. And now, coming from that, this time last year, I would never have been able to talk to you. I couldn't talk to anybody. I was too shocked. I just put my head down and disappeared off the universe.
At that time, the watchmaker we went At first, Fergie was completely open with me about what she calls her hell of shame.
So you 500,000 in England.
Yeah, but that's in wire transfer.
That's through wire transfer. I mean, obviously.
The scandal features prominently in her new autobiography and a tell-all TV documentary.
The News of the World scandal was my rock bottom.
But when we sat down inside to discuss it further, our conversation turned toxic. I mean, did you take the money? At one stage you had $40,000 cash sitting in front of you. Did you take it?
Absolutely, yes. And it was given to me and I got it in the car and then returned it straight away.
Once the scandal broke?
As soon as I knew it was a scandal, not once it broke, Michael. But don't try and trick me now, because I'm not going to play this game. Delete that bit. John, can you just delete it, please, that bit? Because I don't want to go down this...
Duchess, I'm asking very fair questions of you.
No, I just too tabloidy.
John is Sarah's Australian agent, off-screen. This is everything you've written in your book, though.
Yes, I know, but
and
it's
you're
the way...
releasing your book and you've agreed to do the interview because of this.
The book has already been released, and the thing is, I'm not going to go down to this point. I'm going to answer your questions, but that's done. It's finished. I've answered it. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next question.
This is just the starting point of this year in your life that you've written about.
Thank you very much.
It's pivotal. It's what started the whole thing.
Thank you.
You do write, though, that this tabloid scandal, in fact, you almost feel thankful for it. It let you, I don't know, review your life, see where you were at. It's an interesting way to look at being involved in a controversy like that it helped you in a way. Sorry? What's your question? In the book, you write that the News of the World scandal almost helped you, that it let you look at your life.
I'm very grateful to being in that position in a way when I hit rock bottom, because of it, it woke me up.
How big a wake-up has it been?
What more can I say? What more can I say?
The biggest.
You can't possibly...
Yeah.
You can't possibly... of course it has.
How has it affected...
Remember. What's she called? Cindy. Yeah. I'm going to take 5 minutes.
I'm sorry?
No, nothing. I'm just going to take 5 minutes.
Right. Sarah returns to our interview, but her mood is still frosty. You okay?
Yep.
You happy to move on?
Yep.
I feel like I've gone from confidant to commoner. The book is called Finding Sarah. Does that mean you were lost?
Oh, very lost. Are you lost, Michael? Do you know where you are? Many people in this world are lost. It's excruciating to live with past mistakes. It is so difficult. I always would like to change so many things in my past, but I can't. I've got to move forward. And it's very difficult to go back over them. It really is. It's because you just cringe. You just think, it's not me. Where was my head at the time that I did all these things, or a lapse of judgment, or whatever else I'm meant to have done? And it gets to a point where you really think, enough's enough. You got to move forward.
While Sarah was at rock bottom, the royal family she'd left was shining. Her snub from William and Kate's most royal wedding seemed final proof that she is a royal outsider. Was it a kick in the guts not to be invited to the wedding of William and Kate?
It was a moment when I took myself off to Thailand, and there was no television or radio, so I was able to just be completely quiet and just sort of, you know, I was the last bride up that aisle, and it's sort of it brings back lots of memories.
But while Sarah was in Thailand, alone with her memories, her daughter Beatrice was being watched and judged by millions. Beatrice's hat and the reaction to it. Were you surprised when you saw the hat? What did you think?
Saw the hat, but I think she's so perfect in every way. Both my children are. So I'm a very straightforward mum who knows my girls well, but I think they look beautiful, and I think that Beatrice had the most incredible outfit on as well. She looked really good.
If you were here on the day, might you have said, "Oh, darling"?
I think if I'd have been here, maybe I would have made sure that the hat a couple of days before was different.
Beatrice had the last laugh on the critics, raising a small fortune for charity by auctioning the wedding's most talked about hat. $
135,000 for charity is no mean feat. and especially in this day and age. So it was totally her idea, and I really take my hat off to her for doing it.
One of those big hats?
One of those big ones.
These beautiful photos here.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
Some great memories.
I know, this was just...
In Sarah's world, two faces eclipse a life full of regrets. Her girls, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie.
The girls are our life, and they're the blood in my veins. They are my everything. And, you know, one job I've done better than many people is I've been a good mother, which is kind of brave to say, but it's true. And I've really am proud of that.
It's a lovely thing to say, isn't it?
And I think that the girls will shine more and more, and the more they shine, the more everyone will say, she can't be that bad.
She describes her relationship with Prince Andrew as the happiest divorce on earth. And you get the sense she regrets their split 20 years ago.
When I first married him, there was no emails, no internet. He was away at sea. I saw him 40 days a year for the first 5 years of our marriage. And we had to write letters.
But today, they have a unique relationship. When she's in London, she lives at the Prince's house. And in the wake of the Sting scandal, he came to her rescue and paid her debts. Are you looking for romance, or do you still have a deep love for the Prince?
Oh, no, I think we both have separate lives. We both honour each other, but, you know, who knows what the future will bring. I don't think there are many sort of men that could put up with this redhead. And also the world's press and scrutiny. They've got to be quite strong, haven't they, Michael?
I think remarkably strong, if that's fair to say.
They have, you know, it's a lot.
When you're in England and you have a guest room at the Prince's house, literally in the shadow of Windsor Castle, how difficult is it not being part of that royal family? You're so close to it, but so far from it.
I think that it's, I am mum to two great girls, and the Queen is a most fantastic grandmother to the girls. But I am divorced from the family, so, you know, that's it. Most other families, you know, you're divorced. You're not invited to weddings and things like that. You're out of it. And so, you know, it's very hard for me, because I long to be with the girls in their finery and looking lovely, and I long to be part of it all, to be with the girls. But you cannot have your cake and eat it.
Do you still have a friendship with the Queen?
No subject. I'm not talking here to talk about the Queen or the royal family.
No, you raised it, though, because one of the things you...
Well, she's a wonderful grandmother to the girls.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about Christmas times.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do write about, that it's been really sad for 15 years not to spend Christmas with the girls.
And why is that?
Well, because it's a royal family occasion, and I'm divorced from the royal family. And so I don't get to spend time with them. But I'm glad, because I give the Queen a lovely gift of my girls.
She may not have been easy on me, but then the 11th Duchess of York has never been that easy on herself.
Oh, come on, Bethany boy.
Last year was the most difficult of her life.
Those days, I was fighting for my life.
She spent it finding Sarah.
And got lost.
It's not easy in the public eye.
Her book, documentary series, In Therapy.
Disappear.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, honey. How are you?
And mixing with American royalty.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is really beautiful here.
She may not have found Sarah yet, but says she's getting closer. Are you the happiest you've been in your life, do you think?
I think that I'm very strong right now because I have the tools to be able to know how to deal with my life. Does that bring happiness? I think it brings a sense of contentment and peace, which I haven't had for a very long time. And that's good. That means I've done well. That means I've done well.
Duchess, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
This, of course, came as a huge shock. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family.
The heartbreaking truth from the Princess of Wales.
Everyone facing this disease, you are not alone.
What a great woman to be able to sit and do that. The Middleton women are strong.
Coming up on 60 Minutes. Kate asked for privacy. Will she get it?
Hopefully this will put an end to it.
The world reacts
It's our monarchy, it's our royal family. We are protective.
to Kate's devastating news.
Get better, get strong, and make a triumphant return.
Next.